What's going on, everybody? Oliver Ford here, coming to you from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Today is Tuesday, February 4th. February already. It was a beautiful day. It's about what time now? I don't know, whatever time it is. Anyway, it was a beautiful day today. So, know the drill. Thank you, my guardian angel. Thank you, my creator. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Thank you. And like I said it before, everybody, I don't know how all this works, but I know it's working for me. It's working. I believe everything is life is in sync. Life is good. Anyway, just wanted to give you a little update on, oh my God, well, it's not really an update. This is more of a part of what took place that I didn't mention before. So, as you know, the clerk of court, this is in Onslow County, North Carolina. The clerk of court and the county lawyer conspired and took my house, and they did so many legal stuff. If you've been following the story, then you know what's going on. So they did all that. Part that I didn't mention is they've manipulated the system. In other words, they've used the tax office against me. I can't even file anything at the Register of Deeds. That's how much the county lawyer has manipulated the system. He's all everywhere. He has his hand in everything, and nobody will say anything. One of the places that he has his hand in is Farm Bureau, the insurance company. Now, let me tell you this, people, watch out for Farm Bureau. They're just as corrupt. This is what they did. So my wife had a policy with them on Brentwood. When they took possession of Brentwood, the policy was in place already. It was a dwelling policy because we have a house in Maysville, so we had to get a dwelling insurance on that one, because I had people staying there. Family and friends were staying there. So when we had the policy, my wife had the policy on it. When they took a hold of it, a pipe busted in the house. We were locked out. We couldn't go in the house. We were locked out. A pipe busted in the house and flooded the area and got molded and all that good stuff. But there was insurance on the house. So we put in the claim for the insurance. Remember, they were in possession of it at this time, but my wife had the insurance. Put in the claim with the insurance company. The insurance adjuster brought people in. They inspected. She brought her own people in. She sent me a list of all the companies that was available. Then she picked a company. They went in, did the assessment. Not 2 out of 3 companies. Nobody we brought in, but she did it, the adjuster. They went in, did the assessment and all that, gave their price. I guess this is somebody she knew or whatever. They're not supposed to do that. But somebody she knew, they gave their price and she went with them. She sent in the paperwork and all that. I think it came to 50-something thousand worth of damage or something like to that effect. So she went back, and I guess at some point she was contacted either by Chad Archer, another attorney, or the county attorney. She came back and said, well, Farm Bureau is saying since there's lawyers involved, they're not gonna pay my wife for the damages because there's attorneys involved. Even though the policy is in her name, she's been paying her. We've been paying them. They decided they're not going to pay her. What they're going to do is split up the money between the owners of the property. The owners was in dispute. Remember, it's my property, but they decided they're going to take it. So she's going to split up so she's going to send a check to my wife and some to Leon. Even though it was me and my siblings, on the property, on the deed for the property. So they sent the first check. Forgot what day they sent the check or what have you. I wrote void on it, deliver it back to their office, and said no. Wasn't nobody else on the policy. The only person on the policy was my wife. They sent another check. This time they sent it to me and said they're going to split the proceed 4 ways. The 4 ways is me, my 2 siblings, and Leon Perry in Winston, DC. He was living in DC, I believe. They're going to split it between the 4 of us. Wait a second. The policy, my wife has a policy. We've been paying y'all. Time to pay out. You're going to split it in 4. So now this time they sent me a check for 1/4 of the amount. I guess these people think I'm so desperate for money that I'm going to go ahead and cash the check. It's been sitting there. By now it's expired, because you know these checks are only good for what, 120 days, 180 days, who knows. But this was months ago. So by now the check is expired. So they'd have to send me another one. Still waiting on my siblings. My siblings ain't get a check. So what they're waiting on is me to cash the check to say, yes, I'm in agreement with what they're paying out. Not that desperate for money, people. So the check has been sitting there. So that's in limbo. They decided they're not going to pay on the policy. Even though we repay them, they pull the money out of the account every month. But now they decide they're not going to pay my wife or pay me for the policy. They're going to pay other people wasn't even nowhere near the policy. How does that work? And I remember a flyer where Onslow County was advertising for Farm Bureau. I can't remember. I had sent it out, but so Onslow County is working with Farm Bureau. That means they know the shady stuff they're doing. Another set of people. And this isn't going to go away, people. I was waiting for all the other things to clear up, my house, them giving me my damn house back. Waiting for that, but figure I'd get this out there. If you're with Farm Bureau, and I don't think it's just them. I think all these insurance people, but people, these are the things we allow. We allow them to do all these things. I can't be the only one going through this. But when you reach out to people that are in similar situation, they're so scared. People are scared. You should not be this scared of your government, people. You should not be this scared of the people that's supposed to be governing us, looking out for us. But that's where we are. Oh, little tidbit. Let me say this is funny and falls right in line with being scared. Yesterday, my wife received a call, and it said this was coming from Bill's bondsman. Apparently, what they told her when she called him back was she missed the summons for jury duty, and there's a warrant out for her arrest, and they want her to send money via kiosk to cover the bail bondsman, or she's gonna get arrested. Now, my wife is very intelligent, but she's seen what the government did to me, what Onslow County judicial system has done to me. I mean, 3 times jail and haven't committed a crime. So she's seen that, and it gets her scared to the point where she was willing to take money and send it to these people, even though in her mind she knew it was a scam. But she was willing to do it because she was so fearful of going to jail. The sheriff showing up at her house and saying, hey, we contacted you, you didn't pay the money, you got to go to jail. She was so fearful of that. she started making calls, and they told her, oh, if you go to the sheriff's department, they're gonna have to arrest you because it's, you have a warrant out for your arrest. So she was even fearful of that. And the government do shit like that. The judicial system in Onslow County, at least, does stuff like that. So of course she gonna be scared. But she called a friend of ours that used to be a state trooper, and he was like, nah, that's a scam. Then she finally got up and called the sheriff department. They said, no, that's a scam. We posted it on our website and so forth. They're scamming. They're trying to scam me. And that kind of set her mind at ease. She still couldn't sleep last night, because she's worried about that. Because what she said was, I was laughing, here I am making fun of you because you've been to jail. I don't want to get arrested. I was just sitting back there. Well, it's not so bad. Like I said, the creator is there. But it just, the mentality they instill on people is that you can't trust the government. That's what these scammers are using. They're using the fact that the government will do something like that. They do stuff like that. So they use that to scare people. The criminals, they know better. If you call a criminal that's in and out of jail and they know how the system works, they're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, and hang up on them. But for somebody who's never been to jail, they follow the law, they do stuff they're supposed to do, they're not gonna know any better. They're gonna be like, oh shoot, when did I miss that? I didn't get nothing from them. How can they do this? And you go into panic mode. But anyway, that's my tidbit on that. Sorry to go into a rant. But anyway, that's what happened with Farm Bureau. So be careful, people. And we're still waiting on a check for my siblings. They ain't saying nothing else. Supposedly, the Onslow County lawyer and the clerk, they've sold my house. We haven't seen anything. And what this boils down to is they came in, took my house, did what the hell they wanted, and moved on. No recourse, no consequence. But you know what, people? It doesn't stop here. When they go home at night and sleep, and this is not a threat from anybody, as usual, I'm calling on my guardian angel. It's not my place to judge them. I know what they did. They know what they did. But the creator also knows what they did. So that's where I'm at with that. That's all. I can leave it in the hands of the creator. But anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed the day. It was beautiful today. And enjoy the rest of the week. It's supposed to be up there also. So hopefully tomorrow is going to be nice also. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful evening and take care.